Hey everybody, welcome to the JFE BigTales Fishing Tackle May Fish of the Month announcement here on the Jeff Fishing Pod. We are going to get to talk to every single winner this month, all four of our incredible winners, and they caught big fish to smaller fish, which I always like because one of the things I really like about this contest is, and I say it all the time, it's not always about the size of the fish, but it's often about the size of the smile of the fisherman. And that's one of the things I think is important about this contest. I like it when the big fish win. I like it when the big smiles win. So let me introduce somebody to you. And he is actually going to introduce us to our youth female fish of the month. Come on in here, Sam. Sam, yes, sir. Come on in here. I'll let you hold this right here. All right. Sam here is... he runs Rebels Gas Station. He has agreed to be a sponsor of the Jeff Fishing Blog. We really appreciate that around here. That is, I cannot express how much it means like to have sponsors, and especially like local sponsors, because what it does for me is it just has people like believing in what I'm doing. And I feel like this is important. Everybody likes winning a fishing contest, and having a contest where it's not about, like I just said, it's not always about how big the fish is, And one of the other things with that is I'll get people entered, and I kind of harass people to enter often, but they'll enter their photos and they'll have like a really good fish, and they may only get like 5 likes on their photo. But the feedback I get a lot of times is, even though they didn't win, like the person that entered, or if they entered their child, they'll say how cool it is that they had people liking their photo that they have no idea who that person is. Right. And I like that because they just, it gives them a little bit of joy seeing people appreciate what they catch. So, Sam, I know this young lady is pretty special to you. So let's go ahead and tell everybody who the youth female fish of the month is.
Presley Cronin.
Presley Cronin. Come on in here, Presley. Give him that. All right. We got some other stuff for you, Presley. These are my stickers. Unfortunately, I ordered these stickers from Sticker Brand. They are not a sponsor, but I would recommend. I had my QR code on here, and it was just too small, so I think these will look good on a tackle box.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's some more. Right, you got lots of tackle boxes now. This is one of my favorite designs. If you've been watching the Jeff Fishing Vlog any, you'll know about the bait plate or lake. And this is new, and I printed this at home, and I think you should be pretty excited about this because it's my job to tell you what you should be excited about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is the sticker, which I'm going to get these from Sticker Brand and have a bunch of printed out for my Fish of the Month winners. But this is the Fish of the Month sticker.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So, Miss Presley, would you like to tell us about the fish you caught?
The fish I caught was a rock bass. It was at the Christney Lake.
Christney Lake? Yeah, I know Christney Lake. I fish.
Yeah.
Miss Presley here, if you keep up with this, you might recognize that name. Her aunt has won Fish of the Month 3 times. And the first time I seen a picture from her aunt, immediately, it was a really nice blue cat. I bet it was 25 pounds or something. And I immediately knew what that spot was. I'm like, wow, she caught that right out of my fishing spot. But the way it goes is I don't have secret fishing spots. So, like, it's everybody in Rockport's fishing spot. Right? And that's kind of how Christney Lake is. When I seen that picture, I wanted to say, I wonder how many times that exact rock bass has been caught. Because I know Debbie's probably caught that rock bass 4 times and let it go. You guys let it go?
We did let it go. Yeah.
We did let it go. That's very nice. Did you measure it?
We did not measure it.
I'm going to ask you to start, like, if you catch a fish like that, if you think it's like, especially a rock bass or a pumpkin seed, bluegill, a big crappie, make sure you're taking measurements of it, right? You measure it, put it on a tape measure, take a picture of it, and then have your mom look up on the Indiana, just Google Indiana Fish of the Year. It'll bring everything up for you. And then, because oftentimes what will happen, okay, so like I love Indiana Fish of the Year. That is where I come up with the idea for my Fish of the Year contest and then the Fish of the Month contest. Although I don't require the fish to be measured. We just want to see big smiles, right? Literally, all you have to do is just measure it and then send it in. It's free to enter, and if you happen to win, you get a patch, and then you'll get a real nice certificate, kind of like that right there. But speaking of Miss Emily, now you got to tell me, who's the better fisherman? Is it you or is it Emily? And let's look at the camera. You just tell Emily what's up right now.
Well, she caught more than me, but the thing is, I was the one who entered, and it's my first one, and I already won it, so I feel like it's a tie.
Okay, it's a tie. That's fair enough, because Emily's a heck of a fisherman.
Yeah.
I always tell people she's like the best fisherman in the tri-state area. You know, she's out there catching them big spoonbill and catching that big blue cat. I like her, and her boyfriend actually won adult male fish of the month this month. Again, that's 2 fish of the month on one fishing trip. That's a pretty good fishing trip. So what do you like fishing for?
I just like, well, what I like fishing for is like, I've always tried to get like a catfish. I've always tried to get like one, and I did get a 3 tiny one with Emily's boyfriend Ben, and then they helped me catch it. It was like tiny. It was like hand size, I would say. But yeah. If
you fish with Ben, he's going to get you on one of these catfish. Yeah. I guarantee it. It won't take very long. Ben has all the best spots for that kind of stuff. So do you have any good fish stories?
I forgot what it was, but it was, I think, 2 days ago. We went down to the Grandview, the river, like down there, and we had to go to the Grandview pond, like the white pond, to get to get bait because we ran out. So we got it and it wouldn't stop flapping around. So I had to give it a few pats because it wouldn't stop, and it worked. So I mean,
So you're just bobber fishing? You casting a reel in, or you using lures, or
bobbers sometimes, but sometimes we'll take it off. It depends on like what fish.
I gotcha. You're just fishing for what you can fish for. Well, I am holding Miss Presley up right now, and I had to look at her name because in a recent video that I done, I was talking to a young man and asked him what his name was. He tried to tell me, and I continued to call him the wrong name. That's pretty terrible. So I snuck a peek at her. There said Presley. Yeah, that's right. Elvis Presley. Here we go. But Presley, her mom, they're about to do a little fishing themselves, so we're just holding them up. So I think we're going to let you go and say good luck and keep entering. Appreciate seeing you on here. And do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for people liking the post and the sponsors.
That's right. We're going to thank Rebels. We're going to thank BigTales. Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but on the second Saturday in December, of course, you guys are going to be there. Sam's going to be there. Shirley's going to be there. The event's going to be catered by Los Panchos is going to provide a taco bar, and Meg's Cakes and Sweets from Owensboro, Kentucky. Go follow Meg. Looks like she has some really nice cakes on there. Anyway, she's going to provide a cake for us. We've always had a cake for our celebration, but we've gotten it from one of the stores instead of like actually getting it from a person. I'm kind of excited about actually having like a real baker baking our cake this year. And I literally told her, I said, I'm not a graphic designer, so I don't care what the design is. I'm gonna just trust her judgment. Oh, one thing we're gonna leave out. Yeah, we're leaving it out. Okay, so yesterday I done all this. They were kind enough to come back and do it again. Except for I was using Restream, and instead of hitting record only, I hit live, so it didn't record a single thing. Right? So they're kind enough to come back. But yesterday she had mentioned about Rebels selling worms, right? And if I got the flyer right on the side of the door there, it is DWF worms. So DWF, and this is something I like to do for anybody that's watching, is kind of put everybody on the other fishing contests, not just mine. Like I talk about the Indiana one. I'm always talking about the Kentucky one. There's a few others I like to mention. But DWF, they run their own they run their own fishing contest, and it's similar to Indiana's, to where you got to take a picture of the fish measured. But you have to I think it's $5 a month for the app or $16 for a lifetime. Now, I haven't done that yet, but I may look that up today. That sounds like Sounds like another contest I can win other than my three time, other than my 3 Indiana Fish of the Year winners. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Hey, we know this guy too.
This is Preston.
Preston? Hey, I know Preston. Preston entered too, didn't he?
Yep.
I think he's got another fish he needs to enter. If I'm not mistaken. So we just got done talking to Miss Presley. Really enjoy talking to her. She's quite the character. Comes from a line of characters. I always enjoy talking to her Aunt Emily too. But now we have the adult female fish of the month winner. She's entered a few times, and her and her boyfriend get out and catch some really big fish. And she actually entered on his behalf last month's youth male fish of the month winner, and I got to talk to him recently. But let's not wait any longer. We're gonna bring Terry up here on the screen. Right. Oh, there she is. How are you doing, Miss Terry?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Hoping to stay busy today. I've got the youth male fish of the month at like 4:30. Today is his birthday. Heck yeah, we're gonna tell him happy birthday, right?
Happy birthday.
And then I'm hoping to talk to Ben Jesse this evening at some point. So that's how it works for me. But so first of all, we're gonna take care of some unfinished business. When Terry had sent in Jaden, now the Fish Stories episode will come out after this. I'm going to try and get a couple of those built up before I get started. But I had Jaden on, and the audio wasn't great. And Jaden is a very respectful young man, and I could just tell. And I'd kind of forgot I got to talking, and I'd forgot his name during the interview. And I'd asked him what his name was because I wanted to get it right. And he tried telling me like twice, and then he just let it go. And I was calling him the wrong name there for a few minutes. Also, that's not the worst of it. So originally when I sent his Fish of the Month certificate, because Terry had sent it to me, I didn't realize that they had different last names. And I'd put her last name. You liked that though, didn't you?
Hang with pride.
So here's Jaden's with the correct last name. Right on. But Terry, I made Terry promise that I'll do this for them, but she had to present the original one in a prominent place in her home. There's Miss Terry's. I think I spelt that right. You're looking forward to getting that, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
That's right. I've done something a little different this month, and I've been wanting to do this. I like playing around with little different designs, and I want to kind of make, because like the Fish of the Year, they actually get a trophy and a gift card, right? So the Fish of the Month, I kind of want to make it special also, which I think it is with the certificates. But I printed these up at home, and eventually I'm going to get them ordered through probably Sticker Brand. But can you see that?
I like that.
I like that. I like it too. I thought that was pretty cool. Worked with AI. Why not? I'm not drawing all that stuff. That's like I got a brother that can draw. So would you like to? Yeah, I got a wife that can draw. She's raising her hand. She's like, I can do that. she's really good at it. She's pretty good. So would you like to tell us about that fish you caught or the outing? Either way.
We went out to the dam. That's one of our favorite places to go. I was bumping, and at first it didn't feel that big. And then the closer it got to the boat, the bigger it felt. And we didn't even know it was that big until we got it on the boat, and it filled up half the boat. Long life. We didn't even realize it.
Oh, excuse me. So it didn't put up the fight that you would think it would.
Once it got up to the boat, it did. But
Gotcha.
when it was at the bottom, no, it didn't really fight. It didn't feel as big.
Now, was that the first time? Was that the first fish you caught on those new Catfish Pro rod and reels?
Well, that's actually not the one I caught on the Catfish Pro.
Oh, no.
No, I caught a different one on that, but I love that pole. I actually got a new one. My boyfriend bought me a new one.
Did he really? That's nice. I got three of the rods because I'd got Debbie a rod, and which she got the one like you had got the limited edition. What is it? The one that looks like a leopard? I don't think that's what it's called.
Tiger print.
Yes, the tiger print. There you go. She got the limited edition tiger print. And I wasn't even thinking about them being limited edition because when I was looking, I know Catfish Pro is always touting their was it the dragon rods? I think one of them is dragon fire and one of them's like dragon lava or black dragon, something along that line. So that's what I'd gotten. Wasn't even thinking that the rattle skin and the rattlesnake skin and the other one were limited edition. I don't think I would have gotten the tiger print for myself. That's
We got 3 of them while we was there, and then he ordered me one when they posted it on their website. He ordered me another one of the tiger print because I loved it so much.
how cool are those guys, man? You know,
Really?
I mean, like when you talk to Cal, I don't know which one you guys that sold you the rods or if you talked to him any or not, but I got to talking to both of them. I really enjoy talking to him. And Debbie, she would harass the young guy so much that he gave her some free shirts and a free hat or something. uh, what I'm speaking of is the we had the Catfish World Championships here in Owensboro, Kentucky, just a few weeks ago. Seems like
Yeah.
yesterday. I did not sleep much that weekend. I didn't participate, but I went the first day, got off a night shift and went the first day. And then the second day, a friend of mine done a fishing tournament out at Ferdinand, and it was really a successful tournament. The week before, King Cat was in town doing their own fishing tournament. And the guy from King Cat gave Jug and Jason gave him 25 kids rods to give out. They're really crappie rod and reels is what they were, like 6 foot spinning reels, right? But that's pretty. I mean, 25 is. I mean, I'm not coming up with the cash to buy 25 rod and reels to give out at a kids tournament. that's a pretty good dollar amount right there. So how, just to kind of let people in on what's going on, how often do you and JR get out and fish?
Anytime we can. We're
Now,
actually going tonight.
now, do you guys call now? Is he JR or is he Junior?
He goes by JR, but his real name's Ernie.
Okay. He goes by JR. That's the important thing here. I'm not worried about any official titles. I like it that some of the people that enter, like they'll have, like I'm Jeff Fishing, but of course that's not my real name. If you follow me on here, it's Jeffrey Roan on Facebook.
Yeah.
But like when they win, looks like we're about to have company. No, come here, miss. Come here, right here. Come here. That's my big floofy dog right there. This is my real fishing buddy, man. She loves getting out on the water. Don't you miss. Yeah. I'll take her out to the Y pond there in Grandview. It's nice and shaded and just get out there and run around. So Terry, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Just get out and fish as much as you can and enjoy life.
That's right.
That's my favorite thing to do.
That's actually where I'd met Terry and JR was out in the water. They were fishing basically the same spot I was at, which I'm sure I told this in the other episode, but it's worth telling again, man. I meet some pretty cool people when I'm out. Sometimes maybe not so much, but most of the time, if you're out fishing, it's like going to a concert, right? If you're going to go see your favorite band, odds are most of the people that are there to see their favorite band too. So like immediately you're going to have something in common and able to get along. What do you think about it, huh? Big Nopi thing, ain't she?
So cute.
She's adorable. So do you got any good fish stories?
I just started fishing last year. I haven't been on a boat on the river until last year. So I mean it's been a good year to us this year.
I
All the fish.
and it's so funny. I'm having like the opposite experience. This has been a very tough year for me fishing. I'm hoping that it'll turn around here soon, but the way that the river's just been rising and falling, every time I turn around, I'm stuck in the mud. Now I've got, I think I found a couple other spots I can fish, but they're more of a drive than just going down to that Anderson River is pretty convenient for me. It's a 10-minute drive and I've caught, like, I know other people that have caught big fish out of there. I've caught a 50 pounder. I've been on a trip to where I lost one about that size. My buddy Hunter caught one that went 30. I caught one that went 15, and then he caught a couple more in the 20-pound range. I mean, for one night of bank fishing, getting about 100 pounds of catfish is a pretty good, that's a good night.
Well, since the water started going up and down, we've been struggling too. It makes it hard.
That is so tough. So before I get you off here, Missy, you got a question for her? No? We want to know, when's the best time to fish?
All day, every day.
At any time. That's right. Anytime is what we're looking for here. All right. So I want to go ahead and introduce everybody to the adult male fish of the month. This is Mr. Ben. How are you doing, Ben?
Doing all right. How about you?
I'm sitting at the house. I'm not out fishing, so you know how it goes.
Could be worse.
So Ben has been responsible for several fish of the months, I'd have to say, although he may not get all the credit for it, but I know he's taken Emily out on a few trips, and most of the fish that Emily's caught, she's caught while she's been hanging out with Ben. So yeah, that's
Yeah, she's getting better. That's for sure.
I'm glad you're encouraging her to go, and get out and do what all needs to be done.
Yep.
And this thing is going to give me problems, I think. I don't know what is up. Anyway, so I've heard a little bit about that fishing trip because you won with your big spoonbill catfish, right?
Yep.
Would you like to go ahead and tell us all? So would you like to go ahead and tell us all about that little fishing trip you took there?
Yeah. We decided to go on a spoonbill fishing out on Lake of the Ozarks, and the guide had told us that they were not out. The water had just come up, and they got them all scattered across the lake. And no big deal that no big deal. We catch them anyways. And we went out. We got out there an hour early. He let us go an hour early. And first fish within 15 minutes. Yeah, we all agreed that Emily was going to reel it in. She did not. She was too scared to reel it in. And of course, that was the biggest fish of the whole trip. It was over 100 pounds. But she missed out on that one. But she got the second one. Did all right. And I got the third one. And that was probably the second biggest one. So we come
Which
out
is
all right.
Which is kind of funny because the biggest one was the one of the three that ended up not winning fish of the month for us.
Yeah.
Which was your brother's. Yeah, that's he didn't, which I often say, like when it comes to this contest, it's not always about the size of the fish. It's a lot of times it's about the size of the smile. And that
Absolutely.
that proves to be true even with the adult males, right? Now, sometimes it's the fish, right? Because some fish get really big, so people expect them to be big to where, that's what I like about this contest. Because if I catch a 10-pound catfish and you catch a 5-pound bass, but our buddy catches a 2-pound bluegill, well, I think we'd all agree that the 2-pound bluegill is more rare than either one of ours.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
So something along that line. Now, have you done any fishing lately?
We went over the weekend. Didn't really catch much, but the weekend before last, we did pretty good. Caught some pretty nice catfish.
Now, I heard a little story that you had a problem with a fish being a little uncooperative, and Miss Presley had to take care of that for you.
Oh yeah. She caught quite a few little catfish over the weekend. Caught a striper on Sunday. She was the only one to catch one that day.
That's what she said. She said she had to spank the fish and to give it a few little love taps.
She had at the Y pond. Yeah.
And then I tried to get her to tell us that she was a better fisherman than Emily, and she settled on just saying that it was a tie, So well, I'm ready to hear what Emily's going to have to say whenever.
Yeah. They got some competition going now.
That's right. That's a good, healthy competition.
Yeah.
She needs to get that little brother in on it. I think they're out fishing today. I
Oh,
don't know.
I haven't talked to him.
Yeah, we done our little interview with them today over at Rebels gas station, and oh, we had fun. That was fun. Her and her mom and the little brother were there, and of course, Sam was there also. So I'd let Sam actually, because Rebels being a sponsor of the contest, one of the sponsors, I'd actually let Sam do the thing, introduce
Yeah.
her, which was cool because you could tell she thought quite a bit of him, and I think he thinks quite a bit of her. So that's
I think we need to drag Sam and all of them out to go fishing with us.
she let's see. Katrina was telling me that Sam likes to go fishing, and I agree. Like we need to take. That's what I was telling Katrina, that we need to get Sam out on the river where we got the big rods out and actually get him on a
Absolutely.
good catfish. That's him.
Absolutely.
Both the kids. That's. I'm not ever going to pretend to be like a guide. I go to a fishing spot and I throw my rods out and I just wait.
Yeah.
But when I'm taking people, my intention is for them to actually catch the fish. It's not necessarily about, oh, I got to catch one. If I'm taking people, especially newer people, and
Absolutely.
you do the exact same thing, and just like the adult female's boyfriend, he does the same thing too, because I'm always seeing pictures of his son catching fish or his girlfriend catching fish, and he'll post a few pictures every now and then, but he's just being the boat captain. Rods are going under and he's letting them catch the fish, man. It's fun. I've been on a few trips where I've got to help people catch their first fish and or catch their biggest fish, and I really get a kick out of it, man. That's a lot of fun. So do you have when's your next big adventure?
I'm not really sure yet. I do go to Missouri at the end of this month. I think I'm going to go down there and go trout fishing. But
Oh, nice. Like guided or just on
just,
your own?
Just on my own. We've been down there before and know a decent little spot to go.
Good.
So I
I've got
may go out there.
a decent spot down in Kentucky. Actually, like if a person was going to get out in the water and wade and walk the stream, it's pretty close to Kentucky Lake. I've done a couple of videos from there. It's been a while since I've been out there, but I've definitely got a little spot. Now I'm not saying we're going to go catch 6 or 8 pounders, but if a person had in mind to do a little trout fishing, especially like a little fly fishing, man, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Not really going to do much fly fishing around here.
Yeah, no, not unless you're trying to catch some bluegill.
No, that sounds about right. So Ben, what's your best piece of advice for somebody who's wanting to go out and do a little fishing?
Just be patient and let the fish come to you. If you're throwing it out, reeling it in, if you're catfishing, throwing it out, reeling it in, you're probably not going to get nearly as many bites, if you just sit there and be patient.
Got to be patient. I like it. Now I got another question for you, and this is the new one, but I think you're the right guy to ask. What's the strangest thing in your tackle box or in your boat?
That's a good. I've got a lot of strange stuff. If I'm out catfishing, I always got a can of Spam. That's if you're not catching them, tie you on a piece of Spam, and that's the way to go.
I like it. A can of Spam. That is definitely a great answer. And
it works.
Yeah, for sure it does. For sure. I'm hoping to get out and do a little fishing tomorrow. I really it ain't been the best year for me. I've caught one decent flathead, and then some odd end fish, but not actually got onto my good catfish yet. I like to get one of those early, man. That just seems to make the year a lot better.
Yeah.
So before I let you go, and I forgot to do this with Miss Presley. I kind of messed up the end of our little interview there. I was just editing it a few minutes ago, and I'm like, what are you doing, bud? You got to fix this stuff. You got to be professional. Hit all the marks you're supposed to hit here.
Yeah.
First thing is, so that reminds me, there's two things. One thing is, so Ben, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I want to just thank all the people that had voted for me, and thanks to the sponsors, BigTales, Rebels, and Los Panchos.
And that's all.
Los Panchos got some good food. Oh,
That's right. Los Panchos has some good food.
yeah.
Several Carpentry is one of our sponsors. He's about my second or third sponsor. We have a private sponsor in there too. And then I don't know if you're aware of this, but I actually do a paid subscription on Facebook, and every now and then I'll post a little something extra for it, and I'll send them a bait plate or lake sticker. You know, once they join, they let me know, give me their address, and I'll send them a few stickers. But the big benefit of being the paid subscriber, which is it's $1 a month, is at the end of the year, they'll get to pick their own fish of the year winner. And it'll come out as like oh, spit it out, Jeff. A subscriber's favorite. That's what that's what it'll say on the certificate. Subscriber's favorite with the person's name. And I think it's because it takes so many votes to get for the youth male or the youth female to win. And like one of the purposes of this contest is just to honor people, honor the fishermen and the fish they catch, right? And I know that's a bit of a tagline, but that's actually how I feel about it. Because some days, man, you're doing a really good job to catch fish this big,
Yeah,
and some days you catch really big ones, But it's just a way for somebody to be able to, if they want their kid to get in and get one, or somebody special in their life to get one, it's just a way to kind of make that happen. And I wouldn't. And I think it's deservedly so, because the people that are out there fishing, everybody likes winning fishing awards. Everybody likes getting recognized for their efforts. And yeah, I like it. Heck yeah, I need to clean that up, maybe shorten up my speech there a little more.
I gotcha.
So before I let Ben go, looks like my other person, I'm waiting on somebody else, but they got about 5 minutes before they can jump in here. And I think he's joined. Nice. So before we let Ben go, we got one question for him. Ben ought to know this by now. When's the best time to fish?
Anytime.
Perfect. Yeah. We finally got one. That's Ben's my buddy, man. I enjoy hanging out and talking with Ben. Hey, Ben, I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to go ahead and let you go, okay?
All righty. Sounds good. I'll see you.
All right. Bye. I want to go ahead and introduce everybody to a top vote getter for Youth Male Fish of the Month. And man, did his people deliver. I mean, it looked like he had a really nice outing anyway. Those were some decent channel catfish that he caught. But anytime somebody gets around 60 votes, man, that is really delivering. And that is Mr. Grayson. All right. How are we doing, Mr. Grayson?
Good.
I understand that it is happy birthday. Today's your birthday.
Yep.
Nice. We got a big party planned?
No.
No? Just been out doing a little fishing?
Yep. Just got back right now.
Okay. Did you do any good?
Caught about 5, 6.
Well, that sounds about like how you do when you go out.
Yeah.
Now, I got to meet these guys at the Catfishing World Championship in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yep.
Did you guys have a good time with all that?
Yes, sir.
We did.
Man, I really enjoyed myself. A few of the guys that were there, I talked to online, and I knew a few people there anyway. Johnson for Hogs participated. I knew her. Another guy I kind of know that participated. So that was kind of neat getting to go to something like that and, knowing a few people or whatever. So did you take it? So did you guys buy anything while you were there? Did you get any good deals?
Yeah, a couple. I got a new rod.
Who'd you get the rod from?
Who was it?
I can't remember. I think he was either Northern Kentucky or Southern Ohio.
Well, what brand did you buy? Did you remember? Was it a Bad Cats or was it
It was like an orange glow-in-the-dark one.
I know which that one is. That's a Catfish Pro. You got that as soon as you walked in the door, didn't you?
No, it was the next one behind him.
I think it was
Okay, so that was Catch the Fever that was off to the right. Is that the one you
Right.
got off to the right? Yeah,
No,
that
it was behind them, kind of in the middle of the next aisle.
okay. Yeah,
Closer
I
to the
was
boats.
I
Yeah.
was there both days, and I done laps both days. Kind of talked to everybody, all the vendors and stuff. Well, good. Are you enjoying the new rod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you already have a reel for it, or did you get a reel
It came
for it?
with a reel.
Came with the reel. Now, what type of reels are you using? You using everything, or is it like a open face?
It's a
You're
bait caster, and I use spin rods.
man. I didn't learn how to use a bait caster. I want to say I was 40, or I was pretty close to 40 before I ever started using a bait caster. My dad, my grandpa, my uncles, all those guys, all they ever used was the spinning reels, like the push button ones for us kids. And then I got into bass fishing, and a couple of guys at work like really kind of pressed me on the using the bait caster, and they were right. And one of the things I try and tell people nowadays is like whenever they get into that discussion of, well, what kind of reel do you like to use? And I try and tell them they're tools. It's like asking, do you like using a screwdriver or a hammer? They're tools. Literally, like some of them are better
Yep.
for one things than others. And I think that's kind of a better way of looking at it. So, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about the fish you caught? Like, where'd you catch them at?
In the water.
Got them. That's pretty nice. Well, I'm sure you got a smart answer for the bait or something along that line. But now, were you guys fishing out of a boat? Were you fishing from the bank?
Bank.
Bank. Now, those, from the looks of it, you kept those and fried them up, right?
Yeah.
I, I know how much people. So you hear a lot about the CPR, catch, photo, and release, right?
Yeah. The only reason I kept them is because they all got gut hooked.
Oh, that's a good reason because you felt like they were gonna die anyway, so you might as
Yeah.
well
I feel like they're gonna die instead of just letting them go and suffer.
Well, I think we're overdoing it with the catch, photo, and release thing, and one of the reasons I say that is because like what's happening in Oregon, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but apparently Oregon, a group of people are trying to get a law passed in Oregon that you can't catch fish, you can't raise animals, you can't clean fish, you can't have a farm, you can't have dogs, you can't have cats. That if you do anything whatsoever that causes any harm to an animal, you can't breed animals. They're trying to outlaw all that stuff out in Oregon, and I feel like as much as we enjoy doing the catch, photo, and release, whenever they bring whenever they can change the verbiage on a piece of paper to get you to sign it, and you not understand what's layered behind that verbiage, so
Right.
they could literally come to you and say, hey, sign this for you don't want people to keep fish. Well, yeah, I think we should just catch, photo, and release, but then you're not reading all the stuff that's behind it. So
Gotcha.
I like to eat fish, and I'm not going to blame anybody for eating some fish.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
and I'm for the conservation part of it too. So that's a pretty big deal. So how often do you get to fish, Grayson?
About 7 days a week.
That is a really good answer, man. Last year I went fishing 52 times, and I work. You wouldn't know, but I work 12-hour shifts, 4 on and 4 off, and we switch from days to nights. And I felt like getting that 52 days in was uh, uh, pretty good stretch for me. That's about the best that I can do right now. Now, how far do you got to go to do any fishing?
About 4 miles.
Okay, so somebody taking you every time, or you just grabbing your fishing rods and going?
My papa.
Papaw, or Papaw's retired.
Yeah.
Oh man, look how lucky you are. Look how lucky Papaw is. That's awesome. Go grab your grandkid, go fishing. I love it. So, got a question for you. I just asked my buddy Ben this. He won the adult male fish of the month. I don't know if you got to see his photo with his giant spoonbill catfish. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool. What's the strangest thing in your tackle box?
A mouse. Yeah, probably a rat or mouse lure.
It's a pretty good answer. That's a pretty good answer. So who are your favorite YouTubers? You watch people on YouTube or TikTok or
Probably Kendall Gray and Kickling Bass TV.
Chicken Bass TV?
It's hard to pronounce his name. Kicking
Gotcha.
Bass TV.
Okay. I like it. I
He's
like
got his
bass.
own rod and stuff.
Yeah, I like some bass fishing too. Believe it or not, I tend to like the watching the other old men on there. That's some of the kids out there. I'm just like, that ain't really for me. I'm just some old timer out here. Can't even hardly grow my hair back. I used to shave my head. Little technical difficulties.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do a little fishing tomorrow, which I tend to just bank fish. I mean, I can get out on a boat every now and then. So, you have anything else you'd like to say?
I'd like to thank my papaw and the Wade Pride, which owns a bait, all seasons live bait.
Okay.
Sullivan, Kentucky.
Sullivan, Kentucky. Nice. They take pretty good care of you when you go out there.
Yeah.
He does. They become really good friends, exchange fishing stories. He's got his own little bait and tackle shop inside of Wade's, so that he sells lures as well.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Like now, are you making the lures or are you buying them cheap and then reselling them or?
Yeah. Buying them cheap and selling them really.
Oh, I love it. That is, I absolutely love it. That is awesome. And that's really good for the guy to allow you to do that in his shop, man. That is some very forward thinking on his part and on yours too, man. There's, it's really cool when you can make money doing something you actually enjoy doing and reselling lures, man. That's, I would enjoy doing that. That's definitely sounds pretty awesome. So since it's your birthday, I'm gonna share a birthday story with you, and then we'll get off here just shortly after that. So I'm at work, right? And now this will happen maybe 15 years ago. So I'm not a kid, but I'm at work. And my birthday is in April, and I only remember going to school one time on my birthday, and that was like I was like in the first or second grade, right? But since my birthday's in April, it tends to fall during spring break. So I've just all my life I'd kind of been used to having my birthday off. So when I started working, I would get vacation days, and I'd always take a vacation day for my birthday. So I had my vacation day coming up, and we have a morning meeting every day before we get started at work. And one of the guys asked me, he's like, so you're taking off tomorrow? What are you taking off for? And I said, oh, well, tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm going to take a vacation day. And he tells me, my birthday is just any other day. And I tell him, I understand your birthday is any other day, but my birthday is special. If I'm going to celebrate a birthday, and to be fair, like I'm not looking for a party. I'm not looking for people to sing for me. It's just have dinner with my wife and try and do some fishing, But I just don't want to spend my day at work, on my birthday. So I got a question for you before we let you go. When's the best time to fish?
All the time.
That's right. Hey, appreciate you guys. Keep fishing. And have a good day. Happy birthday. See my hairy mongrel? That's my fishing partner right here.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.